Hi everyone. If you like these videos, please subscribe. It's totally free and it really helps this channel to grow and to thrive. Thank you. I saw a speech given by Kamala Harris at the Ellipse in Washington, D.C. And I have to say, I was very impressed. I was impressed with the content of the speech and I was impressed with her delivery. She's very good at this. And I think it will help toward improving her chances of being elected. Even though I've said she's going to be elected, you need these kinds of moments to help your cause. There's no question. I also have to say, though, that I was also quite impressed with the timing. In fact, it's the kind of thing where I thought, gee, this looks like an astrologer might have chosen the moment, and yet I'm not saying that I think they have an astrologer in their staff, or even that there might be someone with influence in her campaign who could perhaps influence the situation so that a moment like this is chosen. Either way, the chart for the moment was very good because Gemini was rising. That is her own rising sign, and the moon in Libra, which is her sun sign, and in the fifth sign of her own chart, which is an auspicious house. So basically excellent, including there were a number of other planetary connections that are fantastic. So in terms of the chart, absolutely fabulous. Will it have a major effect? I don't know, but I'm sure it'll help some, and everything contributes to the ultimate cause. So the bottom line on this one, very, very good. Now we're looking ahead to the next important event is the new moon that is coming up November 1st. New moon in Scorpio, 9.5 degrees. That is precisely, or just about precisely, in a square, which is a challenging aspect to the chart of the Orange Menace, his rising Pluto. My suspicion is that he is going to further increase, at minimum continue, but potentially increase the rhetoric that he used at Madison Square Garden with all the all-in masculinity. He seems to be banking on the idea that he can find enough men to offset the tsunami of women that are going to be voting. I don't think it'll work, but that's what he's going to do. He's going to do it this way, both because it's the way he is, because the sun and moon in their new moon conjunction are irritating his Pluto energy. He nearly always responds in this way, and so almost certainly part of it will probably be that he's going to be angry about today's performance by Kamala, because essentially he's a jealous, he's a jealous, petty, stupid man, and it's the way he reacts to these things. Don't be surprised if he starts spouting inanities such as that, perhaps, not perhaps, but in his mind, or what he wants to convince people of, that she used AI-generated images to simulate a crowd, or that she paid the crowd to be there, which of course seems pretty unlikely since apparently it was more than 70,000. But in any case, that's almost certainly what you will see. So either cover your ears or be prepared for more of this verbal garbage that he issues forth. And then, in terms of the election, I continue to say that this is Kamala's election. She's going to win. However, the odds that everything is settled election night or even the night after are very low, because you can see, first of all, the Saturn station in the third week of November, which affects both the American chart. It's right at the very bottom. It's at the nadir of the American chart, and it squares, challenges the horizon line. This has the feeling of something being held back, delayed, stuck. And given that we know that, the orange abomination uses the legal system as a cudgel. That's what he always does. Guaranteed. Whether she wins by a small margin or a bigger margin or a huge margin, it's not going to matter. He will throw it in court and it'll be delayed. And then there's the question of Mercury going retrograde late in November, and that it's coming out of its retrograde period in mid-December, by which point the Saturn is also starting to move away. So I would say mid-December is the first clear open door, open window, use whatever metaphor you like, to suggest the dust either settling or starting to settle. I don't have enough visibility yet to speculate beyond that, but certainly the first few weeks, given where it is, both for the American chart and even for Kamala'S chart as well, because Kamala has, when you compare the two charts, and that's all that I can do, there are two candidates, which is better? Kamala'S is, no question. However, she does have Saturn to get through. That whole period, Saturn then is opposing one of her planets in her chart, Uranus, direct opposition. That has the suggestion of being stalled, right? But key is to realize that in comparison, her chart is better. Indeed, the difference in mood and perception and what is happening on election night, this is what has led me to strongly take this position, because I know that, the orange degenerate is not going to be happy election night. And that perhaps is all you need to know.